Welcome back, everyone, to the Grace and Grit podcast. We are on episode 8, I believe.
Yeah, episode 8.
A lot has progressed during this past week on the movement of Grace and Grit. So that's something that we're going to explore today. We're going to be exploring the digital life, social pressures in regards to digital life, and current modernism.
Yeah, more so just everything on digital and see how that's going.
I know, right?
A lot. And we also want to talk about at the end the networking thing.
The expansion of the Grace and Grit podcast. So the first question I have for you is, do you feel like people are having like the fear of missing out, but also like the responsibility to be online 24/7? Like, how does it feel for guys?
So fear of missing out in person or online?
Online, and how that links to, always having to be online 24/7. Do you feel like there's a need for you to be online 24/7 personally?
As a man, no. Like if that's your job, like our friend over here who is online all the time, in terms of always on his like device.
Why would he need to be online 24/7 though?
In terms of like on a device, not just social media.
Oh, but he's AI.
Yeah, but in terms of social media, I don't think so because we're in our early 20s. We're working, whatever it may be. Nowadays, everything is online based. Realistically, you do marketing, starting a business, everything that comes to making money is online. So to an extent, I can see why guys are online if it's for a productive reason. If it's for the reason to
learn how to take your phone and make
use
money
it,
off of it.
and not just like play games or whatever, or like jerk off or anything. But that's
of course, as you mentioning this stuff.
That's what most guys use it for. But it should be for productive reasons. My brother, for example, it's not so much social media, but. A few years ago, we sold his PS5 because we were like, okay, you're the
younger one?
The younger one. We're like, you're getting to the age where it depends.
He was like, what, turning 18?
He's 18 now.
He's
so
18
we
now.
sold his PS5 when he was 15 because he's going to the age where the habits you make now are the ones that are going to last you a lifetime.
I think your habits are formed in your childhood. I feel like people who are making their video games now, especially like my younger brothers.
Yeah, exactly. So we sold it, and we're like, no more games in the house.
Against his will, or
against his will? Yeah, obviously, there's no choice. Like we're doing it for the betterment. I realized at 20 years old that's when I sold all. Yeah, so that's when I sold all my stuff. But we're trying to make him realize earlier. His girlfriend had just bought him a PS5.
His girlfriend. Why does girlfriend buy it? Like after that, you guys sold it?
No. Because like he just got into a relationship, and so I guess because she lives farther away, she wants to kind of connect with him instead of just call and text. She plays games. So now she bought a PS5 for him to play games. And I come home, okay, I don't want to crash out, but I come home and he's asking me for the login. And I'm like, why would you need that? He's like, my girlfriend got me a PS5. And I go to my mom and I'm like, Mom,
didn't we just sell it?
Didn't we sold it 3 years ago. We sold it when we lived in the same city. Like when we lived there, that like 2021. And he's just he's getting mad and arguing and all these things. I'm like, we're trying to do this for the betterment of you. And you're just making it so difficult. Like use that money, the $600 on a PS5, and get a membership to something.
Okay, so just to recap, we're talking about like FOMO and also like being accessible 24/7.
Yeah, social media.
Online. So you're explaining about
my brother, and so he, we sold his PS5 a few years ago, and then his girlfriend bought him a new one out so they can connect, and we did it for a reason to, push him to better habits.
How do you feel about like I've actually never even thought about this before.
Yeah.
But as you being a family member, if a girlfriend gets your brother or someone in your family member a gift that you guys don't approve of, how is that kind of like? Because you can't really just be like, oh, go and like return it. But like, is it even our place to say to sell it, or to like, you can't exactly, can you deny a gift from your actually from a girlfriend's perspective?
Yeah, I can see from the girlfriend's expensive why it looks like.
No, but even then, if a guy denies any gift that I give them, that's gonna hit hard.
Yeah,
actually, I will talk about this. I'm gonna segue into this really quickly.
Yeah, go for it.
The reason why I would love for someone to listen to this one. The reason why I typically don't give guys gifts anymore, and if I do, it's really important, is because my first boyfriend in high school, which I don't even count because of this, he said that, okay, don't go home, after things, so don't have someone pick you up because I'm going to take you out and it's going to be really great. And I'm like, awesome. So we were both going to surprise each other with something, right? I decided to get him a giant gift basket that had this like really expensive cologne into it. I had a picture frame of us together, and I had a bunch of little like sweets into there. And so I had it in my locker. And then when it came to the end of school day, he came over to me and I handed him this amazing gift basket. And he went, "Oh, what is this for?" This is on Valentine's Day, by the way. And I go, "This is for you. This is, what we were planning, like your little surprise gift." And he goes, "Okay." And so I'm following him around school after school because school ended. I didn't, get a ride home because he told me not to take a ride home. He's going to surprise me with something. And he starts hanging out with his friends with this gift basket. Gift basket. I can't even get it out right because it actually makes, like, I feel it right now in my gut, how bad it feels. He started giving away all the things that I gave in this gift basket, the cologne, the mini gifts, all things. The only thing he kept was a picture frame because it was with me and him. And he was deliberately, he'd be like, "Hey, do you want this?" and giving away to his friends. And I was there watching him giving away the things that I got him, this amazing gift basket that I spent my own money on. And then he started playing pool with his guy friends. And then all of a sudden he came and asked me, he's like, "Why are you still here, by the way?" And I went, "What? You told me not to go home." And he's like, "Oh, I did?" He's like, "Oh, like, never mind, actually, like, it's okay." And I'm like, "What?"
That's insane. But
and then I called my dad.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Don't tell your dad this." And I'm like, "Oh, trust me, I won't." Because that would be an embarrassment to myself.
Yeah.
Even his guy friends were like, "Bro, go hang out with your girl." I hate how guys can never say that I'm their girl if they treat me like that. Like, that is after that. Like, this was like a really like something that was fresh and new. Like, it was our first time being together. I don't even count that. Like, high school, I can never count high school because if guys treat people that way, like that's not even being together.
Yeah.
That's being taken advantage of.
That's a very unique situation. So that's just...
That happened in high school.
How
grade
old are
10.
you? Oh, grade 10. Okay, so like 15.
16. I wasn't allowed to date till I was 16.
16. That's crazy. And he just gave all of it away.
In front of me. Like, I felt like so trash.
Yeah.
Like, after that, like, he never even treated me like that beforehand. And I'm a very loyal person. But ever since having that experience, that is why when we talk about my packages, how hard it is to get me. Yeah.
That's why.
There's a damn reason for it.
No, that's good reason as well because, okay, yeah, guys are stupid, especially in high school. Like I
know. It's why I don't count them.
Yeah, it's in that sense from like, what was the point? How long have you been dating at that point?
It wasn't a month. It was like this whole thing where people knew that we were gonna get together. That whole like thing, and then when we did, we kept it a secret because we're like, oh, like who's gonna notice? It was just kind of being like cheesy and like it was really fun.
Yeah.
But
but that's just disrespecting a gift. That's not even like
it was worse
he
than
just
disrespect. It's why I don't like giving people gifts.
And you know what's worse? He probably didn't even notice. Like it was probably quote unquote an accident for him. Like it wasn't on purpose he's giving away. He just like thought, "Oh, she probably just got the frame for me." So it was worse that he didn't even know how bad it was.
Well, that's why. And so, how do I even segue into this?
Talking about gifts, rejecting gifts.
Rejecting gifts. And is it even their place?
Okay, we're doing it for the betterment of him. He's 18. If he wants to play video games after working at Tim Hortons and finishing classes and he wants to spend time on a game, go ahead. But
no. I feel like if anyone works at a job like a service industry thing, like for example, like Tim Hortons, like I'm not dissing these companies. What I'm saying is if you're working there, the rest of the time that you have should be built doing something
productive,
contributing to your legacy. Like, what is your purpose in life? And the hardest thing I think for people, especially in this digital age, because of how many things are pushed in our face and publicized, is figuring out what you're supposed to do, because you're competing with these fake people and their fake lives. And consistently being on your phone, trying not to be left out.
Yeah.
I know from like as a female's perspective, whenever I'm online, I don't necessarily compare myself to these other women, but I do see about what are the other opportunities that they're experiencing and what rooms do I want to be in and how do I want to get to those open opportunities as a connector.
I think he feels left out because like if his girlfriend like goes out with her friends, but like.
Oh, like, he feels left out?
Well, he wants to hang out with her, obviously. I get that. We only have 3 cars at home. So my dad,
We only have 3 cars at home.
in a family of 6, we're
6 people.
We're 5 people drive, and then my grandma's just we're 5 people have a license. It's hard. Like 3 is not enough. So that's the thing where it's like we've told him, like, I get it. You want to go hang out with your girlfriend? We need the cars. My dad takes one. I take one to work, and then the other car is usually just at home. He takes to work when he has work.
What about your older brother? Doesn't he?
He goes to Go Station.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so we drop him off, and then my mom needs the car sometimes to go to the gym in the morning or do errands. So it comes to that point where you can't just take the car to go see
you
your.
should ever take your mom to go to the gym?
I've tried.
She doesn't wake up at 4 a.m.
She doesn't wake up at 4 a.m. And at that point, like, I want to go to teach her things, like how to do certain things as well, like in the gym.
Right.
Because even she's kind of the way where it's like she doesn't like working around other guys. Obvious reasons, like obviously I would tell my mom to find like a woman's only gym, but there's not really none in Brampton that are like big.
You know, I actually don't even know any big women's only gyms here in Toronto.
There's one in Etobicoke that my friend like.
That's why I work out of my room.
Yeah, honestly, but like,
actually, I do want to talk about that though. Like, your mom is, I feel like your mom and his mom is always on like TikTok a lot and like, on social media. Do you feel like it's a way for them to feel like a part of a community?
Our generation, yeah.
But at the same time, it's not real.
It's not real. I mean, she posts for her business as well.
Yes.
So
business purposes is different.
When I come home, or like sometimes when my dad and mom are home, they're just in the living room just scrolling TikTok on their phone. And
instead of like spending time together. Actually, I don't like that. Like when, you know, people are right in front of you.
Like,
and
I
you're
get
just
it.
on your phone instead.
Like, you guys have been married for almost 30 years, whatever, I guess. I don't know how that deals.
People should always be, I have this in my relationship contract for marriage. People should always be improving yourself in a relationship and whatever it is, right? And so if you're not growing, you're depleting.
Yeah.
And so I always want to be actively growing, learning, trying new things. I want to have like an active relationship with my partner.
Yeah.
Like every day, I actually read this online as well. From this preacher, actually, you can wake up and you can choose, I'm either going to grow today or I'm either not. I'm either going to contribute to my legacy or I'm not. Like, that's what you're choosing. You're either going to wake up and choose to be better, or you're going to wake up and choose to scroll. And I feel like there's a big thing on social media about how if you're scrolling, you're not being productive. No matter if you're looking at business things, if you don't apply it, it doesn't count.
Because it leads to doom scrolling.
It is doom scrolling.
And that's also what I don't like. I wouldn't say I have an addiction, but I do like scroll and whatever. And when I'm, I don't know, doing ChatGPT or editing the videos, and while it's loading, I'm just like going through. But it leads to that sense where it feels it's a waste of your time. And that's what I try to explain to my brother. I'm like, gaming is a waste of your time. If you're not making money off of it, it's a waste of your time.
I find like the worst thing is that I go onto social media having the best intentions of needing to do research for things that I'm actually like going to post on Instagram or social media to make sure that's like in line with like brand values and stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then I end up getting distracted really fast. And so that's something I want to work on for 2020.
Because it's just a bunch of dopamine where it's just like, oh,
exactly. That's why I try to like rush to like the search function. And then all of a sudden I'll see something that really catches my eye and I'm like, oh, damn.
It got me.
Which is why actually something that I have in my today, like to-do list, every single morning, try not to go on my phone. Oh my goodness. Try not to go on my phone. And then I immediately get outside. If I'm outside and I go to like sit in a cafe to work, or I go to, I need to go to where smart people are. Cause I'm telling you, when I go to the public libraries downtown in Toronto and they're filled with homeless people, I don't feel good.
It's the energy.
It's people who you are surrounded by influence who you're going to become and how productive you're going to be. There's research that says that if you are surrounded by a smart person, like literally within like, 2 feet of each other, you will become the next smart person, even if you're dumb as rocks. And then it's just the energy, the aura. Yeah.
It's, you just start like kind of not grabbing onto it, but it starts to like, that energy starts to kind of sync with you. And then that's when
same with negative people as well.
Yeah. So that's why if you're around,
find a good
I don't want
environment.
negative people around me.
That's true.
You know, like everyone has shit things that happen in their life. Like everyone has traumas. Taking that with you your whole life and just kind of bringing it up in every situation isn't going to change anything.
You need people who are going to grow you. If you're not growing, you're failing or depleting yourself. Do not drain your life force, you know? We need people who grow you, which is why I want to segue into we went towards a networking event.
Yes, we did.
And I love this little guy because this guy, when I'm like, hey, I'm going here, do you want to come? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. hey, can I bring my camera? Fantastic
Yeah.
idea. Awesome.
That's where opportunity is built. So when you go on with how it went.
Exactly. So we went to this networking event that we were invited to interview people for. So we went to this event, and you're going to see some clips on the Grace and Grit podcast either before or after this is posted.
Probably after, yeah.
And these are going to be our first interviewing event where we went over and interviewed everyone at this networking event. It was highly successful. Technology people who are really doing innovative things, and just connecting and building more about what's happening here just in Toronto. From that very successful event, we got so many contacts and building up not only this podcast, but other people as well, where we are now connecting other people and sharing resources. I think this is what productivity is. This is how we come offline from, we used online to get into these parties, I guess. Like we got offered, like they sent us emails saying, hey, do you want to come here? And like that was great. That's how online should be used, for connecting and building those opportunities, and then getting offline. Yeah. That's the goal. Be online to get offline.
No, when you told me about the networking event, I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity. And then we got there, we did the interviews with a bunch of people. Everyone loved it. Everyone was like, oh, you asked so many great questions. They're so detailed, so original. And, you know, I'm just focusing on the recording. Everything was done. I looked back on a few of it on my phone, and it was like, it was done really well. The audio, the video. And then from there, it was just like, we both liked each other. We're like, we can do this. We can expand into interview. Yeah, we can expand into expanding into interviewing at networking events. So I'm like, whenever we get the chance for a networking event, we got.
And they're inviting us back too. So that's
they
awesome.
are.
Yeah. And so that's just how great of a job we do.
It's just when you take the steps out of your comfort zone, that's when it starts. Like, we're both pretty comfortable with that, but we just decided to do it like together. Yeah. So it's like, okay, great.
But that's the point. You need people who are yes people, who are going to grow you, not people who are going to be like, yo, you want to go do something stupid? Yeah. No, not like that.
Exactly.
We're always looking for active opportunities. I know that you'll call me up and be like, yo, let's go do this. And I'll be like, yes, you know, instead of being a no person. I'm not looking at anyone in particular.
His eyes.
Hey, do you want to go do this? No, it's not possible. The word impossible has I'm possible. Yeah. I'm possible in it.
No, 100%. And that's where it comes out. Like, that's where the opportunities lies when you take, like, you're not going to get the opportunities just sitting in your room or like, you know, just playing games.
Don't get me wrong. Even though he's a no person,
he still gets it done.
He still gets it done, but he's able to improve the way that I think. Yeah. Because even setting this up and playing those little knob things, he has such a unique way of thinking. Like, everyone has value to them. And that's what I love. Is that online, you can't seek someone's value. It's truly being in person, being present, and being able to sense people's auras and understanding of things. That complexity it gets erased online. So the goal is to be offline, so you can gain people's value and utilize that towards building stronger relationships, stronger friendships. So that's why the FOMO for me, when I go online, I am accessible 24/7. That's because I run 2 businesses. But even if I didn't, I think I still would be, because I'm always trying to find opportunities. But the goal is to not get stuck in that brain rot.
Yeah, and brain rot. That's basically what it is.
Being distracted.
Because it's very easy. Like, I went on TikTok and I was just going through, and I'm like, one post leads to the next, and then your algorithm changes, and you're like going through and going down the rabbit hole of certain things, and I'm like, oh god.
Last night I sent them like hours worth of I was laughing so hard though. And we're doing all this today, by the way. We might post this on Grace and Grit podcast.
Yeah, if you're doing it, just record it and just But it comes to that sense where you do take the chances. Like, we're going to go to the next few networking events whenever they come up, and we're going to record, and we're going to reach out to other networking events and be like, hey, we've done an interview for this one. Would you like us to do it for yours? And then go from there, give them permissions, post, and then just even the lady that we met, that she does her own podcast. I'm like, remember the
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about what it's like to be meeting with other podcasters.
Yeah.
So, or interviewers. We were at this interviewing event, and there's a certain way of respect, right? That podcasters and other people should treat each other. And there's this one individual. I don't know if we are going to drop that clip.
No.
Maybe. No. I don't know. No. Depends on how I'm feeling. And there's a certain way of, when you're interviewing someone, not taking someone's, okay, you know, why don't we just like reenact it? Why don't reenact it? Do you want to be the guy, or do you want me to be the guy?
I'll be the guy.
Number one, the first thing I said, I'm like, are you on something other than coffee? This guy's energy was more than electric. There was something.
It was, I'll try to.
There was a reason why we were the best interviewers there.
I'll try to explain it.
I think we were definitely invited to interview. Like we had gotten free tickets to go to the event. I don't think he got. I think he just went there and utilized his platform.
I think so too. Because
there's no way. Like that guy was just very unprofessional.
First of all, he had the other people there recording for him. Like he was only him, so he wasn't recording.
It was only him. He asked other people at the event to record.
And it comes to that sense where me and you are recording. We're interviewing
this really amazing guy, this really hot guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I was having a fantastic
She was
time.
having a great time. I was just recording. But
he was behind the camera, like.
I was like, oh.
And I'm like, and he's French. But he wasn't mean to me, so I was really happy.
There you go.
About that. Yeah.
And you're asking him questions.
Fantastic
I'm making
questions.
sure you guys are in the frame, whatever. This certain individual, I think, multiple
taps
times.
his shoulder, pulls him to face him, and then just takes the mic and shoves it in his face and goes, "What do you do?"
Yeah.
Or something. And then he's like, ha ha ha.
It's just the sense of respect where that was one of the moments. The other moment was when you were interviewing, I think it was a group of girls, and he comes up to me.
Yeah.
And like behind me, and it's like, can I interview the interviewer?
Oh, right.
And I'm like,
he wanted to interview me.
Yeah, I'm like, well, she's interviewing these people right now, so maybe afterwards. And he's and he's just standing right behind me on my shoulder, and I'm like, bro, give me some fucking space. Like, goddamn. Like
there's a sense of respect and even just like social cues. So now that we're talking about being offline, know how to act offline. I think people are getting too comfortable with the disrespect and the lack of.
Or just lack of social awareness. There's no social awareness where you're just it's like he's like right over here watching, and I'm like,
he's right over there watching,
and I'm like, bro, like relax.
And then as I was interviewing, like right when I was done, I think you very politely went, "Hey, we're like he's asking if you guys if you want to be interviewed," and I'm like, "Oh," and then he comes right up to me and. I don't know. It was just really weird. He didn't even like interview me. He just got my contact information. And
he just like went straight to your face.
And he kept on talking like this and da 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 da. Okay, I'm not even doing it right. It was so much.
It was.
But I get having a lot of energy. I think it's very unique to have a lot of energy. But there's also a sense of,
how to manage it.
How to act in public, right? Like I always say, like when I was a kid, I was always instilled in me, like when you hang around other people, you're on your best behavior.
Yeah.
You have your etiquette, you eat with your knife and fork, placements. Like I went to etiquette school. Did you know that? I'm very high on etiquette. I'm very high on etiquette. No, like a lot of people don't go to etiquette school, but I notice things like when things are not done properly, and it does bother me.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I may not show it, but I do have a distaste for it. And so, especially like when you're eating in public, there's a way to eat in public, especially in front of superiors. And actually, I do want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Conservative and liberalism. Because I feel like I was doing some research because there are different personalities in regards to liberalism, conservatism. I'm not saying this right, but it's okay. And I feel like conservatives have a feel of, rules. There's a certain structure, a certain order, a way of doing it, almost like hierarchy and heritage, a way of seeking approval and having that systematic structure.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to, I was researching this, liberalism is more of like open to experiences and change. And I feel like for me as an individual, I am open to change. I mean, there's AI, which I love. Like I definitely like have that evolution, that I love innovation as well. So there is a certain level of change that's acceptable. But I also understand that having those rules and those structures do keep us in place. But I think it's about how liberals are, what's the word? Rethinking why we have these rules.
Yeah.
Right? And there's a certain, I'm not saying for all rules. I am not saying for all rules. I'm saying for some rules, for example, let's say the police. Right? How people want to defund the police, right? There's arguments on both sides. I totally get that. I feel like there is a reason to have police here to protect us. If there isn't police to protect us, I mean, I just think of it like, imagine I'm always using these cups.
Go for it.
Always, every single podcast. You have male number one, male number two, or just person. doesn't matter. And this person has a lot of stuff, right? And you have a person number 2 who doesn't have a lot of stuff. They have a hair elastic. Okay. They don't have a lot. And number 2, if there's no barrier of protection, 100%. I mean, you see it whenever there's like not even natural disasters. It's not a good way of saying it. But whenever there's political distrust, disarray, person number 2 goes and takes things from person number 1. And I get it.
It becomes anarchy.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I think people, it's like, I get people having less. I get that there's inequalities. I get it. That's the way things are structured.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not saying that's bad or good. What I'm saying is that there are ways to improve that so that people feel and people are able to get resources to survive and live. But taking another person's property, I mean, like, it's stealing. Stealing is
100%.
Is against one of the Bibles.
Especially when the whole
sins.
defund the police thing, like a lot of people, that was a big thing during COVID. Defund the police.
It was a huge thing, and I don't think it was a good idea that teachers were pressing on students their ideologies. I think that teachers have a certain space where they need to say that you can do your own research, but understand that research is biased, depending on it is biased, and you have to come to your own. I think the best way to do it is from a curious perspective. Interview your parents, ask your friends what they think, ask yourself first what you think before you start doing research.
Interview a police officer on the street.
Yeah.
Go to the main source, which is the police officers themselves. Yeah. I mean,
I'm not saying that they're perfect.
Yeah, 100%. I've had bad experiences with police officers that I'm brown, so I've had bad experiences with police officers that are brown, and I have had good experiences with police officers that are white. And I've had vice versa.
Yeah.
So I haven't had the whole racism thing put on yet to that crazy of an extent. But for me, it's just person by person. It's the same thing as like you have bad lawyers and you have good lawyers. You have anybody of any part of any.
It's like there's a reason why people hire bodyguards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is because they feel there needs to be a higher percentage of protection for them. And I totally get it, especially in today's era where there's such a big cancel culture. People, not even just on cancel culture, people will say, go kill yourself. And people will literally go and act on it.
Yeah.
Like that's the scary thing, is that not having that protection in a world of 8 billion people where you know that there's 5 different personality types and 1 in 5 is a psycho.
Yeah.
Like the stats are there to show that I, even going outside in Toronto, feel like I need to be protected. I feel so much more comfortable when I have one of you two on my arm.
Yeah.
You know, like having that safety numbers, I would feel very unsafe without.
And it shouldn't be like that. But yeah, when you're walking down the streets, hell, I don't even feel safe myself walking down. There's just people just looking at you weird or just chill, like whether it's a homeless person or whether it's just a random person, they're just looking at you suspiciously. Like, I'm not trying to get robbed, but if I have to fight, then I have to fight. No one wants to get hurt, but it's just.
And that's the thing about self-defense too, is that even in the court system, which we know is not good here in Canada, especially with the long amount of time that it takes. I mean, even just to get a divorce and even like abuse situations, like things take a very long time. I have active work in the court, you know, so I know just how long it takes. I'm not saying I know that if the police gets defunded that there'll still be police.
It's just they won't have all the utilities and like body cameras. I think that you have to have
very important.
You have to have body cameras because again, it just shows the perspective of. Okay.
Like if things aren't going well, we need to fund it more so that people get that better training.
Yeah, I think. See, this is the thing I don't like. Doug Ford, I think it was 2 years ago, not restricted, but took away the
funding for school.
The things you need for school, so you can just go to become a police officer, do the police training, and you pass all the screenings, and that's it. Before you would have to have some kind of post-secondary education to become a police officer. Now it's just you just can apply. They do the screenings, multiple screenings. They do the training. You do the exam, and the exam is just a physical exam.
Like if you do have post-secondary education, it does add sometimes like a level of intelligence.
Intelligence.
Like, I'm not saying that everyone who goes to secondary school is intelligent. I'm definitely not saying that. I get the post-secondary system, especially, do I want to drop it?
Yeah.
York University.
Yeah.
I get it. I went to University of Toronto and I also went to York University.
Yeah.
And I get it. Not universities are, there's, YouTube University is probably one of the most fantastic things in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like ChatGPT.
Yo, that thing taught me accounting.
Yeah. No, it's just problem solving. You can't teach in a classroom.
Systems need to be updated. And that's where I'm like, yeah, with liberals having that, ideology of wanting that change. Mm-hmm. I get that innovation. And I think that's where. But
you need the balance of both structure and rules. And 100%, you do need to grow and you do need to expand. I do agree with that every few years. That's why I think you should have both. We should switch between conservative and the liberal party every few years, not just.
You should switch? You think I should be liberal for a few days?
No. As in the party, as the parties like of the government of Canada, like you should switch every few years. It shouldn't just be stuck to one until people vote them out. Oh yeah. Because you need the balance of conservatives who are less on taxes and focus more on the.
That's interesting.
Focus more on the ethics and focus more on just kind of the more religious and side, and then you have the liberals that focus more on growing in the future and expanding. Which again, you need both. You can't expand even cities and all these things, and you can't have that improvement without it. But you also need the basics set in stone to be like this. I think there should
definitely be a higher set of education set to become a prime minister or president.
Yeah, what does it even take? I'm pretty sure you can just apply, can't you? School. And just have a parent that's been in politics, and then that's about it. And then allegedly not be the child of that said parent. And then for some reason, Fidel Castro's in that conversation as well. Mm. I'm talking about a certain former prime minister, but
I know.
But
we all know.
It's just, there's just not enough it's taught because obviously the system is forced to teach you a certain way.
Our system does need to be improved. And I think that what we can do instead is, be working towards the change, not defunding, not, valuing things less, but actively looking towards, I think there should definitely be a way of like an easier process. There definitely needs to be easier processes where people can share their ideas to improve systems.
Yeah.
Because even with the damn TTC system.
Back at it again. Ugh. Like even just comparing when you went to in Dubai and comparing it to here. The thing about Dubai is it's
efficiency. No, it's because the people who are in power,
the royal family,
actively are working towards. No, even the guy in the book. Oh, why do I always forget the name? It's my goldfish brain. Anyways, having those people, like he wrote books. I actively read those books every night.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing his ideology and how he's wanting to improve it, the whole economy that has that nationalism, that has that heritage. It has religious behind him. Yeah. He wants to actively improve from the people's point of view. If you lead from wanting to improve people's lifestyle and overall happiness, that is how you go about improving an economy. He's doing a fantastic job at it. Now, yes, there are those people who are going to be at the disadvantage. With everything, there's going to be a disadvantage. Yeah. But I think that's where the people who are having those increase in lifestyle should come in, and that's where you help share the wealth. You get to choose where you put your money, choose where you're going to have that charity. And so it adds another level of compassion that individuals get, empathy. I would love to have, I love volunteer hours.
Yeah, no,
I really do. Imagine if an economy had that, like
you can volunteer in the economy.
No, like actually having like a tracker where everyone has to do a certain amount of volunteer hours. I would like to ponder with that idea. Actually, that is.
Should go into politics next.
Oh gosh,
that's too much work. No, but it's in that sense where even comparing like capitalism and what Saudi Arabia is technically a dictatorship, just family. With capitalism, you got to go through House of Commons. It'll take 4 or 5 years to pass a law, whatever it may be, this and that.
It's too long.
In the UAE, they want something done. Done. You give it a month or two, they'll pass it. That's done. And it's for like, obviously you want the higher ups to do the betterment for the people, which I would say UAE does. They do it for the betterment of their people. So you got to compare.
It's true. There's actually a really big example that I want to talk about, and that is driving in the UAE.
Yeah.
You have to obey the speed limit. You cannot park in certain areas. Like, you have to obey that. They will send you out fines. I was talking to this one driver who was driving me around Dubai, and they were talking about, I think it was like 14K just in fines that they got for that year because of how strict they are. But when I read the book, and it was explicitly talking about why they're so strict on it, is because he was stating that the value of a human life should not be taken away so easily by something such as a car accident, the amount of people who are dying in car accidents. And so he is stricter on the fines to save and preserve human life. That is increasing everyone's overall happiness. And yeah, there are fines to help people.
So you're saying I can't drive in Dubai? Basically.
I'm saying you need to improve your driving, because even when I'm beside him, I'm like, Raymond! I'm actively on the road, and I'm like...
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't speed, of course. I'm just pondering a certain scenario where I will not be able to drive in Dubai for certain situations. Like if I rent out a Lambo.
If you wanna, then you know.
Yeah, it's all right.
Whenever he's driving, he drives normal because I'm a princess. And then I think you definitely tone it down when I'm in the car.
Oh, 100%.
Like 100%. But even when I'm in the car, I'm like, Raymond.
She's like, don't switch lanes. Don't switch lanes. Yeah. Nobody.
I'm saying a prayer.
Put me in a fast car. That's just put me on the track.
You should go into racing.
Hit
those G's.
Hit the G's and the
You want the dopamine? Hit those G's.
Yeah, it's just a lot of work. But what's next?
Oh, I like this conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
we can focus on this.
If you want an explicit.
Wait, let's go explicit.
Question. Why do we have a need to over-explain ourselves? I think that goes actually back to cancel culture.
Yeah.
Let's talk about males over-explaining versus females over-explaining.
Yeah. Okay. So
how do guys feel a need to over-explain? I mean,
they
shouldn't.
It
depends on the personality.
Yeah, it depends on the person, but like
guys shouldn't feel a need.
They shouldn't need to.
Anyone should.
Men should say what they mean and mean what they say. You know,
stay strong in their values.
Stay strong in their values. So if I'm saying something to you and it's your first time we're meeting, and I'm saying something to you and it's something I believe, I shouldn't have to go over and explain, or I shouldn't have to basically, if you try it.
There's a way of delivery.
And also
some of the things that you say, like if you said that to me when we first met,
you'd be like, I don't want to be friends with this guy.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would be intrigued as to know more.
Yeah.
So there's a point of being intrigued and curious and asking questions, and then an individual over-explaining.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you need to over-explain. Most of like give your stance. Like if you're on a date, you're talking to a girl, and you give your stance on something. And she says, "Oh, tell me more." Tell her more, but you don't have to go in.
That's not over-explaining.
Yeah, you don't have to go in this full detail saying, "Oh, but this is why I believe, and this is this and that." No, just say what you mean, and you go from there. Because over-explaining, then it sounds like you're kind of apologizing for your views. That's what I hear.
You go in defense mode.
Yeah, you go in defense mode. It's like, "Oh no, but this and that," and then people say, "Oh, but it's okay. Sometimes, I don't always believe that." And then it's like, okay, now you're just flip-flopping 50-50 on both sides.
I feel like we need to learn how to regulate our nervous system. And that can be accomplished through therapy. It can be accomplished through self-monitoring yourself and being more aware. Like the best thing to do is just take a deep breath when you feel on the defensive. Like identify where you feel it first.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm pretty sure I feel it in my heart. Or I feel like in like my cheeks, like upper chest area, where I feel like a tightness, where I feel like I'm being like closed in, and I have to take a deep breath. And I think it becomes from my experiences, especially in high school, when rumors started spreading about me because I was accomplishing so much, and certain people, aka my friends, got jealous.
Yeah.
And rumors started spreading about me, and I felt like I didn't explain myself, and I didn't even like defend myself, because like people are going to believe what they're going to believe, and whoever's sending these rumors are just jealous, and I'm out here focusing on the successes that I'm having in high school.
Yeah.
And then it got to a point where it was like really bad, where people wanted me to start explaining myself, and that's where it got really closed in. So ever since that experience, it's been about, I love how you guys have trained me. That sounds funny. To not not like not care, but not care.
Don't
anymore.
it's you shouldn't care in a world where everyone has opinions, and again social media where everyone posts their opinions. You shouldn't take everything to heart, especially like when if it's your close friends, then they're obviously telling you something because they care about you.
Only you guys can give me feedback. Like actually, I even do care about when strangers give me feedback.
Yeah.
You know, like depending on like what it is.
That's a different type though. So if I'm talking to someone and they're, I don't know, CEO, the feedback they give you is it's advice. There's a difference between someone, giving you advice. They take advice from strangers 100% if there's someone that you look up to, or if there's someone in a higher place of power where you want to be.
Yes.
But if it's some loser online social media telling you, oh, stop posting, this and that, you guys,
or even just like on the street, like if you wouldn't switch places with them, like don't take advice.
Or calling me a condescending like I find it, like I told you, I find that so funny. I was so happy.
My perspective.
Yeah, I love
happy. The way that you're taking this, because you're retraining my nervous system,
and
that's what I look up to. I'm being able to kind of like heal past these experiences. Like even when I'm driving by the OPP anymore, like I never used to like feel nervous and stuff like that, but I definitely feel different driving past the OPP now because of the way you guys react to the OPP. You guys just like, you guys deliberately look at them and you're like
you can't park there. Hey, officer, what if I just...
It's so
What's
great.
What's the legal amount of fentanyl to carry? Just have fun with it. There's no need to be scared. Yeah. And it's that sense where like even the person calling me a condescending jerk, I'm like, it's just funny. I find it hilarious that a random person on social media commented on our post and said that. Second,
I hope they still watch.
I really hope they still watch, because he's going to be on my mind through every podcast. And once we hit like a certain amount, I just want to call him up and be like, thank you so much. That was probably one of our first comments. And be like,
it was.
I think it's like, that's just great. And you shouldn't care what people think to that extent. It doesn't, I don't know the fucking guy. He could be in like Somalia or something. How does that affect me? It's like, how does that person's opinion of you affect you? If it's someone you care about, then obviously it should affect you. If it's someone that cares about you, it should affect you. If it's someone you look up to and you want to be in their position, you want to kind of learn from them, that should affect you. But if it's some random person that doesn't give a fuck about you and I don't care about them, then why the fuck should I care what they say?
I think it's very important to give feedback to your friends.
Yeah.
On like, I was going to say on a quarterly basis. No, but I haven't given you guys feedback on a quarterly basis, but I know that when I do have to like sit down and have a talk with you guys, like I know that it's taken at so much value. Like I personally appreciate it when you guys give me feedback, and I personally would like you guys to give me more feedback. I would like to grow.
But you don't do anything wrong.
No, I know. But I remember like I was talking to Tav over here, and I was like, I'm becoming a lot more like negative. Yeah, it's because I was watching the news. I understand that. Yeah. And there's some things that I shouldn't, like when you start talking about the Epstein files.
Yeah.
And like there's some things that like, there's some details
that you don't want to know about it, which is valid. Like
it's not being it. You know what? Ignorance is bliss. Yeah. I want to know enough that I'm informed, but not enough that it changes who I am as a fundamental human being.
For me, I just fundamentally see life so differently. Like it's just so bad.
I love it. So it's a really good combination.
It really is. But just learning, I'm not gonna go too deep into this because I don't want to. Learning the truth, it just sets your mind so like I think I'm the only one, because I know there's a certain extent where you kind of go into him and
I'm a lady.
And exactly. And even my other friends that I tell them about, they're like, they look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, ignorance I really wish I was ignorant. I just can't I would rather, it's like that scene in The Matrix where there's a guy eating the steak and the Matrix is talking to him and he's like, for this amount of money, you can stay here, live the perfect life, you'll be rich. And he's eating a steak. And he's like, he obviously knows it's not a real steak. His mind is just conjuring up the taste and the image. And he takes a bite and he says, ignorance is bliss. So he would rather stay in the Matrix and just live that fake life than try to fight against it in the real world. That's how it feels. I can't be ignorant. I can't just be like, oh, this is okay. I'm okay with living like this.
Actually, I want to talk about that more, but it feels real, but you know it's fake. It's like on our phones,
like social media.
Where we know it's fake, but yet it feels real, and we're actually feeling connected to these people. Yeah. Wow. I never connected to The Matrix before. Like I have.
Have you seen the movie, the first movie? Okay, we gotta get you to watch it because you will connect so much of that movie into the world right now. I can guarantee you. I haven't watched it.
100%. I feel that.
I've been watching a couple years, but that movie is such
Movie Night Part 2.
Movie Night Part 2. Honestly, we'll tell them about it after. But Movie Night Part 2, it's just
I don't want to watch Superman if the guy's not hot. If he's not hot, I'm not watching it.
We'll watch The Matrix then. But it's just, I can't be ignorant. I can't. If it would eat me inside, I would rather suffer in knowing than be ignorant.
And here's a game. If I were to get arrested for something, what would it be? And if you were to get arrested for something, what would it be? You would probably insult a police officer.
What? Okay. No, I wouldn't assault a police officer.
No, actually, I totally think you would. You would
assault a police officer.
No, not like physically. I think that you would say something.
Oh yeah, but
you would definitely say something, and then they would.
That's free speech, though. I mean, free speech.
Is there free speech?
That's
like
the
actually,
thing, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't like if a police officer.
Something that pisses them off.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm gonna.
You would get right in the backseat of that car.
I think it almost happened.
I don't think you'd fight back though.
I wouldn't know.
You'd keep talking though.
Yeah, I'd keep talking.
You'd keep talking.
Because you can't fight back. If you fight a police officer, even if he's 100% wrong, you're still going to be convicted.
Yep.
So I would definitely just talk shit off my fucking ass.
Who would be the first person you'd call?
My mom.
Your mom?
I'm going to call my mom. And that only phone call you get, I'd be like, Mom, it's like I'm in jail. And she's like, she would start yelling. Either my mom or my brother. And they just start yelling. I'm like, I didn't even do anything. I was just talking to the officer and he arrested me and all these things.
I know how you talk.
Yeah, exactly. But I would just either that.
That's totally going to happen.
Yeah. Or like allegedly speeding. Not that I speed. Allegedly, when I get a certain vehicle and I drive around the city. Yeah. I might be going 2, 3 times allegedly over the speed limit.
What do you think I'd get arrested for?
Honestly, I kind of see it as if you were alone and let's say you walk into like Starbucks.
Yeah. Oh.
Just hear me out. And I'm
not a Starbucks girl.
Yeah, but just example. And there's like a guy there that's trying to talk to you, but you're not about it. And then he touches you. You would probably kick him in the balls or like punch him in the face. I think that's what you would get. And then they call police. And because considering you assaulted the guy.
Well, self-defense.
You would have to make that
I have
claim.
My rape whistle. Yeah. I have my emergency. I'm not going to talk about it on here.
Yeah, just in case.
But on my keys.
Yeah, no, but like I would think you would definitely punch some guy in the face or kick him in the balls because he tried to talk to you. Like just creepy. I feel very
comfortable shoving guys. Yeah. When I'm at the club, if like. There are people who are just very disrespectful and they don't understand like I get it, like the club maybe not be like the scene, but I like to go to elegant things.
Yeah.
I like to, and you should feel fine to dance, and to go out and have a good time. But I'm always like, I don't like to drink.
Yeah.
And if I do, my qualifications, like there's a list of things that have to be checked off for me to drink.
I'll make you an espresso martini. I've been told I make a good espresso martini. Oh, bar fight. I would want to be involved.
100%. You'd be in a bar fight. Want to
be involved.
I would probably start filming.
That'd be so much fun. I don't know why. Obviously, I'd get hurt.
No, you would also get arrested from picking a fight with a guy on as you're driving.
Oh yeah, 100%. If some guy is like cutting me off, I just drive beside him, like. Roll down the window. I'm like, please park on the side of the road. Please park on the side of the road. But it's just that sense where...
That doesn't mean that guys shouldn't come up to me, especially if you're...
As long as you're good looking. If you're creepy, don't go up to her. She doesn't want you.
Yeah.
Or any girl.
You want to talk about that experience or no?
Which one?
The guy whom... No, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it.
Oh, is it when we were... Mm-hmm. I think we already talked about that, though. Pretty sure we talked about that
on here?
Yeah. Oh. I'm pretty sure I've already talked about it. I vividly remember talking about it and getting angry because you're just so disrespectful. And the guy.
Oh, no. Let's talk about that one. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. But
no, but yeah.
Oh, are we talking about the guy at the event?
No, I'm talking about the guy whom you talked about the podcast to. And the guy is like, oh,
oh, yeah. Okay.
No. And you're like, no, I wouldn't.
No, I mean, that's my friend.
One thing I trust, though, is that I know that these guys are going to pick like you guys are fantastic chaperones.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like not only do I feel like completely comfortable and safe around you guys, but you guys know how to block certain guys away from me.
Yeah. Oh no,
and especially guys, you know, I won't want.
I can talk about that. I will talk about that. I don't mind. I don't care.
Would he mind?
I don't give a shit.
He'll be honored that we talked about him.
So a specific person that I know saw the podcast or saw the clips on social media and was like, we're on Discord and he just talked to me. He's like, oh, like, how do you know her? I'm like, oh, I met her as a friend of a friend and now we're friends and now we do a podcast. And he's like, oh, she's single. And I'm like, she is single, not for you. And then he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, bro, why would she want to fucking date you? I can guarantee you the only two things you have in common is you're both Catholic. Other than that, you have no characteristics, no physical traits that she would want.
You haven't even read my full relationship.
I haven't even read it, but I already know to the certain extent. And he's like, oh no, just, you know, like, let's have an introduction. I'm like, bro,
you have to work on yourself.
You have to work on yourself.
Like, if you wanna like
I would
have an attempt at me, you have to be ready for battle.
I would be
I'm not easy.
Embarrassed introducing him to you. I would be embarrassed.
I actually respect that.
So I'm like, I can't do that. And I told him straight up, I'm like, she trust me, she would not give you the time of day. Judgment. Like, she would not give you the time of day. So I'm like, just making it clear. I'm like, because I've tried to help him improve himself, but he doesn't want to. So why am I going to think? You're depleting. I'm not gonna put you through that suffering of talking to someone that is a little bit introverted and physically
not a good introverted person.
Yeah, but not in that.
There needs to be someone who's. If I don't like, the worst thing is about like respect, right? I want to be able to respect my partner.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't happen, I need to respect my partner.
Exactly. So I wouldn't waste your time to meet this person that doesn't deserve to meet you at that point. Like, if it was someone that I thought, I'm like, oh, they could work well together, I would attempt it. Be like, hey, Aurora, you know
how many people I've set up together? Like, they're actually actively together.
Yeah.
4. And I'm pretty sure one's gonna get married soon.
Damn.
And I'm like, I know, I'm a matchmaker. She just knows.
Yeah.
I'm really good at it. But for myself, it's not that I'm difficult or that I make it difficult. It's that if you are competent, this process would be so easy for you. No,
make it difficult. You should be.
Yeah.
Because
the people who are worthy, it's easy.
They'll get it, you know?
The situation. Yeah. But honestly, I'm really over that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that like these processes are in place to ensure that the person I meet is competent.
You have to find someone competent, especially nowadays. I mean,
if I remember your name, like,
you're
already ahead of the rest.
Yeah, took you a while to remember mine.
I called you ramen, and then I ratatouille.
Yeah.
I get some really creative nicknames.
It's okay. It's fine. We're friends now, so that's all that matters.
But I still remembered your nicknames.
That is true.
That's true. So that's a step ahead of the rest. And I still pronounce your name wrong, but I kind of like the way I say it.
It's okay. I don't mind. Yeah. Like, I've gone through life where people pronounce it either or.
Yeah, I do deliberately.
That's okay.
I can't remember what your Raymond. Raymond.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Simon Says. Like every that was my nickname for you. Simon Says. Raymond. Okay.
But
mine's better.
Raymond. Yeah, you can go for it. I don't mind.
Go by Raymond.
Really?
Yeah, it's better.
We'll see.
It's like I have such a great instinct when I meet people that when my friend, the person who gave me this scarf, she'll watch this and she'll know. She introduced me to some of her work colleagues, and as soon as they left, all we did is speak 2 sentences to each other. As soon as they left, she's like, "What do you think about them?" I'm like, "That guy's Tweedledee, that guy's Tweedledum," and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you're so right." And now they're known as Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and I know exactly who she's talking about every single time. Yeah. And I'm like, "You're talking about Tweedledee?" She's like, "Yep." I have a great instinct for reading people.
No, I would say so. You're pretty good. I think we're both pretty good on reading people. For me, I'm just too blunt about it. I'm like, that guy's a piece of shit. Don't talk to her. But other than that, I'm like, even for me, like, you know this. If I don't want to be around someone, I'm not going to be around someone. I'm just gonna leave. Even
if other people are there.
Yeah, Irish exit.
Who want your, presence. That's fine.
But I'm just like, I don't want to be around that. So I'm just, was he even there that night?
No, yes, he was.
Oh, okay, so there you go.
He came late though.
Yeah, well, I left early, so.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay.
It's really cool though what we got to do.
But yeah. It's all right. Well, we'll do another movie
I think we should do one more question.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't even know when we started this.
Well,
thing. Okay. Feeling replaceable at work and in dating. I think that one's a good one.
yeah.
So
Maybe the
people are
dating-
feeling replaceable at work, and I think it's because of the AI.
Yeah.
And why are people feeling replaceable in dating? I think that's because of social media.
That, and I guess the feeling of not being like, when you feel like you're enough, you don't have that fear. Like, do you have you don't have the fear of being replaced because
No, every time I'm like, oh, you want him? He's right there.
Yeah.
If he's loyal to me, like I should never have to worry about my partner. The only thing I ever worry about my partner is their own mental health and well-being.
Yeah.
I always want to be that supportive role. Like if something's wrong, I want 100%. I sense it immediately. Even if it's like building up, I want to nip it in the butt.
Yeah.
Even if there's someone that I know that they shouldn't be spending their time with, I'm going to tell them. I'm going to tell them why as well, especially someone that they value. And it's always about having that trust and respect, because the partner that you choose, I should be able to trust them 100% and value what they say. And if they tell me to not do something, I know that there's
a reason for it.
There's a good damn reason for it.
It's like the example is like when, I don't know if you see it on social media, but girls are like, my boyfriend tells me, oh, don't go to the club. And then they're like,
come with me then.
He's trying to control.
Come with me then.
But what if the guy doesn't like clubbing?
It doesn't matter if you don't like clubbing. Everyone has to make sacrifices. Like
100%.
I'm going to be spending time with your guys. Even if, like
but it's just
everyone
like,
makes sacrifices.
because for me, it's also that way where it's like, if I have a girlfriend and she says I'm going clubbing with my friends, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but
Toronto's pretty dangerous. Like go, like
Yeah.
it's just take the precautions. I don't prefer clubbing at all. Can we go to a nice bar, sit down bar, or maybe just, somewhere where we can karaoke? You can dance, you can drink, you can play music, whatever. For me, it's more about safety, but it's that sense of.
But that's the thing as well. Like for me, if you said like, hey, like I don't want you to go clubbing out tonight, I would be like, come with me, because it's probably one of the girls who wants to do it, or even if I'm the one who instigated wanting to go clubbing, it's because I would totally rather be with you and have you protect me, because I don't want to go around shoving people and getting people off of my other girlfriends.
Yeah,
like
I don't mind chaperoning.
And I would be fine, like even changing locations, especially if the music is bad.
Yeah.
Like, the type of music that I like. I want to make sure that everyone has a good time. And I know that everyone, like even making those sacrifices, like if you go to like a work event and maybe like, I don't like where you work or something. Okay, wait, would I do someone if I didn't like where they worked?
I think so.
It would depend. Like I wouldn't date people who are, I'm not going to say that online. I think they already know now.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. But there's a certain like level where I think, you know what? I think for my partner, like I just have to respect their areas of life.
Yeah.
And if there's a certain area that I don't respect, it's about delving into why more. Like, for example, I swore up and down, I'm like, I'm never going to date a hockey boy because they're rakes, is what I used to. No, but it's true. And then
you dated one.
Well, actually, no, I didn't know that they were a hockey boy until it was winter. and he was like, yeah, I used to be a hockey boy. And I'm like, oh.
And then it hit you.
But you know what? It was fine though. Like it was really great. It wasn't even like a big deal. But I'm always right. So
yeah. What was it? Oh yeah, the why they feel. No, it's the other one was in relationships and
in dating and replaceable in work.
Yeah, so I want to talk about that, like the whole AI thing. Like I saw a video where I think it's in China where they have a full factory where it's just robots, AI robots creating the cars. Like the electric vehicles that are being made in China are, I think, almost 70 to 80% made by AI robots.
Well, I'll say this though. AI is very generic. You can actually put something into it and you know that it's AI.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, it's maybe you haven't been exposed to it long enough, But for the people who are in this field, like I'm not even in the technology field, but I love technology. I love learning from it, I can tell, we have this game that we play. We're like, is this AI or is this not? Like music, pictures, etc.
Okay, yeah.
That's why I was in our drive today.
Yeah.
And one thing that I will say is that when I'm able to, actually, I'm going to use a direct example. I changed the social media strategy, right, with this third party that we're working with. And I'm like, here's what we're changing to. This is the strategy that we're doing. If they put it into AI, and they haven't done their background research on the industry, or they haven't made their own, like they're just using AI, like you have to use your own intelligence and do your own research on top of AI. It enhances what you do, because this will happen. They will ask questions. It'll give something generic, something that's not even relevant sometimes. And it's all about refining it. I get it. But when you're able to do your own research, come up with their own advertising mock ads, and then put into ChatGPT, giving the picture of what you drew, it will enhance it and add a professionalism that you don't need a digital marketing degree
digital
for,
artist, yeah, or
you know?
whatever it may be.
But you need to have that generic understanding and knowledge of it. Otherwise, it's
Yeah, because a lot of stuff that's digital is just being done by AI now. Like that's why the unemployment rate is going up. It's because AI is just either doing it as good or doing it better. Like my friends, they graduated TMU with computer science. They obviously we were all the same age. So 2021 they started. And now they are either going into trades in college.
Trades are good.
Trades are good. Or they're just like kind of in limbo where it's like working like different jobs, like different type of starting jobs. So, but it's like that sense where they can't even find a computer science job, like coding wise, because most companies either want someone with experience, but you're just at a university, or they just use AI.
Actually, there is something that I want to talk to you about. I want to get like your knowledge on and your perspective. So people who are going off and like starting their own jobs, I know it's so fun to play with, their own jobs, and they're creating their own ventures out there.
Yeah.
There is a point where you get stuck.
Yeah.
Where you start thinking like maybe you start like losing clients, or it's never going to be happy and rainbows when you're you're doing business. And there's going to be parts where you feel like what the hell am I doing? And in those parts is where people feel most inclined that they want to go back to a stable job, or they want to have someone tell them what to do, to take that anxiety off, to take that fear of the unknown, or have even that tomorrow.
Guarantee of I'm making this amount of money a year and it's not on me.
And I get it. Like I feel it too in those moments. Like they happen a lot more often than not, especially because it's a roller coaster in doing business. It's never going to be steady.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of people will fail in entrepreneurship, is because they don't, it's a mental battle.
It's a sacrifice.
It's a constant war in your mind. That's a really good way of putting it, actually. Yeah. And so my question is to you, for those people who are in limbo, not knowing what to do, maybe even starting up their own businesses and finding that mental battle.
Yeah.
How do you combat that mental battle? Like because you're very strong in your discipline, in your focus. I want to delve a little more deeper into those people who are finding that battle. Especially with distractions on social media.
Yeah.
Like it's very easy to just like want to forget about your worries, scroll. Yeah. I get it. Especially being an entrepreneur. I have 2 businesses. Yeah. And even some days I'm like, what the hell do I do for either of them? I get it. It's hard. It's that mental battle. And I'm wondering, like, do you have any experiences in your life? Like, what do you tell yourself?
I mean, what I tell myself realistically, whether it's for the gym or work or whatever it may be, is you have to live your life. How do you want your life? I've told you how I want my life. I want, it's not even about the cars.
Yeah.
Or the big houses or like the houses one in Spain, one in Dubai. It's about the freedom. I want the freedom to go where I want, when I want, on a first class or whatever. That's what it's about. You can't do that working a job, $80,000, $90,000 a year. You're making money, but you can't afford these things. You have a certain amount of paid off, like paid PTO, whatever it may be. You can't do that working these jobs. I am willing to sacrifice my life to focus on what I want. For me, if it takes 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, you just got to look at the bigger thing in life, which is that part, which is you're going to get the car. You got to manifest. You have to have full belief in yourself as well. You're going to get the car. You're going to get the girl. You're going to get,
How do you get that full belief in yourself? Do you write down like 100 times? Like, what do you do? Talk to yourself in the mirror?
I meditate. In terms of like manifesting at the same time, like breathing exercises, all that same thing, like it's looking in yourself, and it's hard to explain belief, but it's kind of like
we're going to do a meditation after this call. After this.
We should, yeah.
Yeah.
And
you're going to lead it.
It's like believing in God. It's like having that full belief in God.
Yeah.
And I'm more spiritual, so God is kind of everywhere. Energy, whatever, the universe is God. So you have that belief that if God is everywhere and you work towards that goal and you manifest and you put in the time, it's gonna work out. It's all it is. It'll work out. That's all it is. For me, I will sacrifice it. Because again, my life is in my own hands. This is why I don't listen to my mom to a certain extent or my parents or what anybody else says. Because if I fail on their terms, then it's resentment. If I fail on my terms, then I can restart, do it again, whatever it may be. It's just have your life in your own hands. The thing I like about you is you really just do what you want. You just like this. Okay, I'm gonna do this now. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Like you don't really like. Yeah, you're
spontaneous.
You're spontaneous. You work with your mom and you guys work on the business, but you're also like forward leading to what to do, and you know that it's on your head. So if you succeed, it's on you. If you fail, it's on you.
You heard the phone call this morning.
Yeah, exactly.
I just opened up a new market. I just did this. I just did that. And by the way, we're doing this.
So it's just that.
And we're gonna fire this person.
Exactly.
They're incompetent.
That was pretty funny.
No, it's true though. Oh my gosh.
It's just having full belief in yourself. I don't know how to explain why I have so much belief and so much trust in myself. Maybe it's the trauma. Maybe it's what I've
Trauma makes you stronger.
Yeah, but it's just you just gotta believe in yourself every day. You gotta believe in yourself that you're the best, that you're a good person, that you do the right thing, and you're gonna make the money. And it's just gonna work out, no matter how. Whether it's with a business that something that you're passionate about or something you're not. Like, I don't care if I become rich at laying concrete as a business or going around the world.
It's gonna be messy.
It's gonna be
gonna
dirty.
Humble you. I think that's the biggest thing I have to learn about.
Yeah,
being humbled. I don't like
maybe working with my dad, where I'm working this dirty job and like seeing how bad it is. That's the kind of the push I have, that I don't want to do that for like my life.
But I think like for me, like as like a woman, like there's some jobs where I know that I could never go into it.
Yeah.
Even if I am capable of doing it, just because of like, I know for me, not saying that it's like beneath me, but I think that it would hurt me mentally more doing it. And I think that's where like being humbled is something that I don't like being humbled. I do need to be humbled in some things, maybe. I don't know. What I do know is that 2 nights ago, I was reading the Bible, and there's this page that I felt really compelled to read, and it was telling me to be humble. And honestly, I don't like how I felt compelled to read that. And then I'm like, is something going to humble me soon? Because I don't like being humbled. But if it's needed, you kick me in the ass, both of you. And I mean, like the Lord can do it, but when the Lord does it, it's a lot more dramatic. And it's like, oh.
But you can be humble. But for me, I think one thing I realized starting this year is you should be selfish. Selfishness is an underrated characteristic. Like, do things that you want. It's seen as bad in high school when you realize it's necessary. But doing the things you want for yourself to better yourself. Like, we went to the cafe. I didn't eat anything because I didn't want to. I didn't want coffee. It's like, I know my goal, which is by May, I want to be at 150, whatever it may be. That's being selfish, because you guys, I don't know, maybe you're feeling like I'm left out, but I'm really not. I just don't want
I just want to make sure that you're okay. You just seem tired.
Tired, yeah. I got home at 12:30. I was like, woke up at 6. I'm like,
these sacrifices that you're making, I'm like, it's fine. Like,
it's gonna
get you a coffee.
No, you can't.
Take a sip.
That's why I'm very strict. So I'm like, it's just.
You had a banana.
I had a banana in the morning. But yeah, it's just be selfish. That's all it is. Work towards that goal. If your friends say, let's go out, and you're on a diet, just say you're not going out, and that's it. Just.
Or go and discipline yourself.
Oh my
goodness. You know what I saw on Instagram, which I actually do agree with? Get a bunch of fast food, put that right beside you before bed, and just stare at it. Yeah. And I actually kind of want to do this for myself, because I feel like it builds so much discipline. And you're going to say to yourself, I'm not going to eat this because I'm not a dumb bitch.
Yeah.
And I'm stronger than this. And you just keep on repeating it. And that's going to build it. And then you're going to wake up and you're going to see that amazing piece of ice cream and sorbet.
And then you're going to be like, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to go to the gym. And then you're going to have your healthy breakfast.
I think that's how you start desensitizing yourself to the dopamines that are around you that are fake and not natural.
Yeah.
And I also think that when you don't have enough, when you're feeling that you don't know what to do, it's a lack of information. The devil's on your shoulder trying to persuade you otherwise. And to combat both of those, one thing that I like to say, which I think I mentioned like in an earlier podcast, is say to the Lord, ask God, be like, God, rebuke all the evil things that are coming throughout my day. Like literally just repeat that St. Michael's the Archangel prayer. Defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I repeated in an earlier one.
Yeah.
Say that and say, God, like, fight the devil off me. Like, I rebuke everything. And that will literally help you. It's helped me.
Yeah.
And I think having that, like, let the Lord take your worry. He died on the cross for us. Like, he can take that. That's why he did it.
Yeah.
Right. And the second thing is research. Don't always, if you're feeling desensitized to research because you're researching all the time, it means that you're not putting in the implementation. If you feel like you're implementing, nothing's happening, it means that you need to start doing research maybe beyond ChatGPT. Go on actual Google. I actually had a morning where I went to Schulich School of Business and I just went on the computer and I just researched. I went towards competent, smart people.
Yeah.
You know, because I wanted to be in that mojo of feeling in that competency. It's who you surround yourself with. Change your environment. Get out there. It's why we're taking the podcast to Florida.
I hope so.
2026.
You have a quote to end it off? Or was that your quote?
Yeah, that was my quote.
Okay.
I'm always forgetting the quote.
It's okay. You kind of just go off on it. And
I do.
For me, greatness is achieved by those willing to sacrifice everything.
Every day.
I'm very stoic, so I like to listen to that. But I think that's the end of the podcast. You want to send it off?
I want a steak. You mentioned it. Now I really
okay.
Yeah. 2026.
Guys, we'll see you in the next episode.